Celebrating the 784. 784.
All right, guys, welcome to Properly Vincy. We're here in Port Elizabeth, Beckway, and we found two wonderful gentlemen who are going to give us a little history on Beckway. First of all, give us something that a lot of mainlanders don't know about Beckway. It could be a small fun fact or even a little history.
Beckway is unique. People are loving, kind, and they're superior to people from the mainland.
Superior, that's a strong word, you know. I know you guys always you feel somewhat excluded from mainland, right? But superior, that's a next level word. Why you say that?
Because the way they treat us, so we feel we're more superior than them, so that they don't care about us.
Oh,
So that goes a long way. And we maintain that culture because people in Beckway especially speaks different dialect of people from mainland St. Vincent.
I noticed that. You know, tell me something that we would say that you guys wouldn't say the same way.
Well, it depends sometimes your accent, the way you pronounce words.
Okay.
We will speak in natural English that Vincent mostly will drag the words, some of them, not all of them. But even in Beckway too, if you go different parts of the island and you try to speak to people, eventually the dialect is a bit different. And it's all English, but some people, even the foreigners who come here and you speaking like me, he will converse. They will think, what language is it?
Okay.
But we change automatically when we're speaking to people in different places because you have to understand the English and your pronunciation of words, otherwise you could have a problem. But some people think this maybe it could be French speaking or patois, something.
All right, let me ask you something real quick, right? We know before Beckway was called Beckway, it was actually called Bekuya. Did I get that right? That pronunciation? No, we know that's what it means, the Island of Clouds. But they said that before you said Beckway, it was Bekuya. Is that right?
That was a part of a French country.
But did I get that right? Bekuya?
Well, not Bekua, it's Bekwa.
Bekwa.
Yeah. So it sounds like French.
Okay.
So if you meet some French person and you're having a conversation with them, they might eventually use that word, the way they speak.
Is that term still used today?
Yeah, because most people, when they visit here, the people know that Beckway was part of the culture. So that's why a lot of French people come to this island by boats. And they enjoy the culture of the island because some of them, maybe the ancestors will tell them the past history of these islands, so that's why they return at times. And the word goes forward every year and more people comes. By next month, a lot of people start going back, but it's our season for tourism. That's what we depend on.
We properly Beckway. So we're going to ask you one question, right? And if you can answer us, we're going to give you a 6-pack of Hairoun. All right. What was the beach Princess Margaret called before it was actually named after Princess Margaret?
Tony Gibbons.
Do you know the history behind that? Does anyone know why it was called Tony Gibbons? You're 100% correct, though.
Yeah, it's because the people who had owned it gave it that name. That's who had owned it before.
Okay. Well, so correct. Congratulations. You are definitely 100% Beckwaian. I got that right? Yeah. Okay. Congratulations and thank you for talking to us. Enjoy. It's a 6-pack of Hairoun from our sponsors, Hairoun Bear, Metrocint General, Pharmacy Plus. All right. So we're here on Properly Vincy Beckway, or should I say Properly Beckway, and we're at Port Elizabeth, right? So we're going to ask you 2 questions. The first one, and if you get both of them right, you get a 6-pack of Hairoun, compliments our sponsors, all right? So what was the beach Princess Margaret called before it was actually named after Princess Margaret?
It was Tony Gibbons, and they called it Princess Margaret because she came from Mustique on a yacht, dipped her foot in the water 20 minutes, and then she left, and they called it Princess Margaret.
How do you feel about that? There's some hostility there.
He's a fraud.
All right. Now the second one is: do you know who was the Governor General, the first Governor General of St. Vincent and the Grenadines? Tell us. I heard it. No, you have. It's properly Vincy. It should be properly Beckway. So you have to put some respect on the name and give us the whole name.
Sir Sidney Gunn Monroe. He lived right here in Beckway.
All right, Juliana. Congrats to you. Remember to hold your own. All right, guys. So we're here at the House of Parliament with Juliana, and she's going to give us some not well-known facts about Beckway and some of your history,
Some of our
your whaling history.
Beckway is known. It's one of the islands in the Caribbean that is still practicing whaling. We still have if you look around in the trees, you will see our national bird is a blackbird, and the blackbird says, Beckway, sweet, 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 when it sings.
If you didn't know, now you know.
If you didn't know, now you know. It's still if you listen to the sound of the bird, it says, Beckway, sweet, sweet, sweet. St. Vincent, sawa, sawa, sawa. That's what it says.
I don't think that's what it says, though.
That's what it says. It's a known fact that we are the largest Grenadine island. We offer, for tourism, we can either do eco or tours. We have beaches to offer. We have snorkeling. You can either go, even if you're not into whale catching, there's also whale watching. So we offer that down here too.
Let me ask you something real quick, Juliana, right? I just spoke to somebody across the street from you, and he said that in Beckway, the Beckwayans are separate to mainland St. Vincent, but you're actually a part of St. Vincent, right? And he also said that here in Beckway, the Beckwayans are superior to mainlanders. Do you agree with that?
I do.
Tell us why.
Because, as you said, Beckwayans, we take pride in our island. It's a big little island, and we take a lot of pride in it. And I think that aspect of being more superior, it comes from history, from our history and our pride, and being like just independent about our own decisions, whether it comes to politics, whether it comes to religion, whatever. We just hold our own, as the Hairoun will say. We hold our own down here.
Thank you so much for talking to us, Juliana. Enjoy your Hairoun. Guys, we're here with Randy, and he's going to give us some facts about Beckway that folks on mainland might not necessarily know.
Yeah, so Beckway, you actually don't know the meaning of Beckway. It's actually meaning the islands of the clouds.
Okay.
That's the meaning of Beckway, yeah. And we actually have a fort here as well, if a lot of St. Vincentians doesn't know that. We do have a fort, and it's called the Hamilton Fort.
Okay.
And it was actually named after Alexander Hamilton. He started the first American Constitution.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what he did.
But
He was actually born in St. Kitts as well, and grew up there. Yeah. And he actually fought for most of the Caribbean islands.
Okay. Let me ask you something. Why is it that Beckway is so separate from St. Vincent? We were told that you guys here in Beckway are superior. That means that the folks in mainland, not just mainland, but the folks in Myro, the folks in Union, are lesser than you guys in Beckway.
Well,
Is that what you're saying?
No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, everybody's the same, but I mean, a lot of people come to Beckway and they just love Beckway because the people here are different, you know. They're more loving and more friendly.
Give us 3 reasons why anyone should come to Beckway.
Well, Beckway is beautiful. The people here are really nice, and it's a wonderful place to be. Everybody always enjoy it. It's the best.
Okay. Do you agree with the whole Blackbird tune?
That's what it sounds like, and every time
For real? Even the second part?
yeah, you need to listen it, man. Yeah, it does sound like that.
Thank you for talking to us, Randy. No problem. All right, guys. We're here in Beckway trying to find out who is properly Beckwayan. All right, so you got it 100%. Thank you for sharing the facts. On behalf of our sponsors, Metrocint General and Hairoun, We invite you to do what?
Hold your own. Yeah, Hairoun, hold your own. Thank you.
All right, guys, we're here in Bequia, and we're trying to see who is properly Bequarian, right? With us, we have Drew and Nano. All right, we're in the port in Port Elizabeth. Yes. So we're gonna ask you 2 questions, and if you answer them correctly, you get a chance to win a 6-pack of Hairoun. All right. The first question is, what was the name of the Princess Margaret Beach before it was called Princess Margaret?
Tony Givens.
Say that again.
Tony Givens.
Okay, that one's correct. Second question. Tell us 3 things about whaling that not everyone knows on mainland.
You're only allowed to catch 3 whales once a year. You cannot use an engine boat, and there's a specific size of harpoon you're supposed to use to catch a whale.
Why do you think we can't, when you're going whaling, that you shouldn't use an engine boat? Why? Why do you think so?
Because the noise the engine makes runs the whale.
For real, you got it. 100% Bequarian. All right, guys. So, proven to be a proper Bequarian, Nano. Thank you so much. He answered 2 questions correctly and actually gave us a little bit of history. This is compliments of folks at Hairoun. Remember to do what?
Hold your own.
And the folks at Metrocint and Pharmacy Plus. Right now, we're in Port Elizabeth, and we're standing in front of some absolutely magnificent arts and crafts. All right, so you guys craft these? You craft these? What's your name?
Noel Kwame.
And this is your place. How time consuming is this? I mean, how long does it take you to make one of these? Real quick. Like one of these would take you how long?
About half an hour.
And what do you use? Just wood? Is it anything like specifically used from here in Bequia?
Well, I take some from St. Vincent, some from Bequia.
All right, guys, we're here with Phil, and he's gonna tell us how properly Vincy he is, or should I say how properly Bequarian he is, and he's gonna share a little bit of history about Bequia with us.
Okay, he wanted to know about the chain of islands. He wanted me to name them.
Oh, okay, and you can name all the Grenadine Islands?
Not all, some of them are insignificant. But if you're starting from Union Island, you have Myro, then you have Canaan, you have PSV above, you have the Tobago Keys. Tobago Keys are several different, yes. From the Tobago Keys, you're coming up, you have Pate, you have Pate Canaan, you have Mustique. From Mustique, you have Batiwe, Baliso, Pillory, Piti Mustique, and Bequia.
All right. Are you a tour guide?
No,
You tourist, no?
no, I just been
It's good in your history.
there.
Well, I tell
A
you,
lot about the whaling scene and all of that.
what can you share with us about the whole whaling scene, as you put it, or any whaling history that we wouldn't necessarily know in mainland?
Okay, well, the whaling in Bequia begin with my great-great-great-grandfather, which is Joseph Oliver, right? And then he went to Louisiana along with Wallace. They went to Louisiana and they purchased the boats, the iron, the whaling stuff.
Okay.
And then they came back here and started whaling.
Okay. Do you continue that tradition?
Well, we're doing it still, but not, it's not a business anymore. It's like tradition. Yeah.
Well, if you didn't know, now you know. What was the name of the Princess Margaret Beach before it was called Princess Margaret?
Tony Givens. Tony Givens is what we used to call it as a kid.
Is it Givens or Gibbons?
Givens. Everybody know it as Givens.
Okay. Also, do you know who the first?
It was, hold on, it was named Princess Margaret when the Princess Margaret came here the first time. That's what gave it the name. Like this Port Elizabeth. This Port Elizabeth is
Okay. The second question is, do you know who the first Governor General of St. Vincent? Do you know who that was?
the first one. The first one I know was Dr. Gun Monroe.
Do you remember his first name?
No. We always know him as Dr. Gun Monroe.
Dr. Gun Monroe. Should I give it to him?
No, if you know Sydney.
Okay.
You make me digging now. You got me digging.
So tell us again.
Dr. Sydney Gun Monroe.
All right. You're properly Beckwarian. Yes. Okay. Is it Beckwarian or Beckwayan?
That is all good.
All right. You heard it. Thank you guys for talking to us. All right, guys, we're here on the Jade and Sun, the fastest ferry right now in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and it is the #1 way to travel when you're going between islands. We have the most fortunate, or should I say we are most fortunate to have an opportunity to be on the bridge with the captain, and I must say one of the most experienced captain here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Captain Elvis, and he also has his crew who he will introduce. Elvis, thank you for having us aboard.
You're welcome.
To IKTV.
Welcome to Jade and Son.
You said that it's not 3 captains, you're the captain.
The captain, engineer, and first mate.
Okay.
There's 3 people that handles this boat at all times. 3 eyes that looks out to make sure we don't hit anything.
If you could tell us, what is the difference between traveling with the Jade and Sun than using any other ferry? Why is it so different?
We're the fastest and we're the best. All my crew is fully certified, everybody. So once you come aboard Jade and Son, safety is the #1 issue here. So
And how long does it take normally?
To St. Vincent?
Yes, to go
From-
from mainland and come to
Normally
Bequia.
about time you dock, about 25 minutes, but we take 20 minutes to just cross the channel. The time you slow down and tie up, it's close to a half hour.
Do you want to give us a little history about the Jaden Sun, or should I say your experience as a captain? Because you've been a captain for how long?
I can't remember so long.
It's been
If
so
I,
long.
then you know how old I am. Long time. I had Jaden Sun since 2010. Yeah, so we've
And
been,
what made you get a faster ferry? Is it that you saw the need for it, or you just wanted to do something different that no one else was doing?
I saw the need. I'm actually who started the ferry service between Bequia and St. Vincent. We were the only ones, other than Friendship Rose. We started it, and then it get flooded with boats. We had more boats than people, so I decided we should do something different. But everybody used to complain that it takes so long to get to St. Vincent. So I said, okay, then we're going to give them a boat that could get them to St. Vincent in half the time. But it didn't work out so good because St. Vincent economy couldn't handle it. We were way ahead of everything in St. Vincent. So we had to leave. I went to work for the British government for 4 years. So that was a break. That cleared us up. The way I have the service set up, basically to give the mainland people the opportunity to visit the Grenadines. For instance, our week start from Sunday at 4. We'll go all the way down to Union Island, come back up Monday morning. That Monday trip is for the people in Southern Grenadines to come to go to the doctor, go shopping, and come back the same day. Right? Friday is the day that we go down and up. For instance, if you're in St. Vincent mainland, you want to spend a weekend in Union Island or Canawan or Mairo. You catch me Friday evening, and you go back to work Monday morning at 9 because we leave down at 6:30 on Monday morning to come back. Tuesdays we're there all day because that's our maintenance day. So we have Sunday evening going on, Monday morning coming up, Monday evening going back to Union, Wednesday morning up, and Friday we go down and up like we're doing today. So the people down there now could catch me on Friday and come this way and spend the weekend here, a Friday, Saturday, and go back Sunday evening, ready to work Monday morning. So it really set up basically to cater for the movements of the people in the Grenadines.
Are you? I think you're on Facebook. Yes.
Yes.
You're on, okay.
Yeah, the Jaden Sun is on Facebook.
Okay. Could you give us your Facebook? Is it Jaden Sun, or is it
It's just Jaden Sun, yeah.
just Jaden Sun? All right.
So we have a website too, so you could check www.jadensun Fast Ferry, and you will get all the information you need at any given time.
I want to thank you so much for talking to us, Elvis. This has been a very awesome trip for me. Bequia is so beautiful, like we know, and it's one of the reasons that we on mainland like to come down to Bequia. It's not just about the sun and the beach, but it's such a beautiful island, and it's very laid back. So I had an awesome trip. And all you guys watching right now, if you want to take the fast route to Bequia, Union Island, any of the other Grenadine islands, make sure you travel with the Jaden Sun.
Properly Vincy, celebrating the 784. 784. 784.
Woman move from in front the door. 10 years. How can I ignore? 10 years. You know I done book up me flight. 10 years. This ain't no time to be picking fight. 10 years. Do darling. 10 years. Stop your crying. 10 years. No more begging.